Hey everybody, this is Merlin from 1995, and we have some pretty interesting stuff to talk about in this Transformers 5 discussion. So, JoBlo has given us a little bit of some tidbits on the possible plot for Transformers 5. And as some of you may know, we also got some hints from them back with Transformers 4 filming, and they were able to get some things right, as with the Dinobots as well as with Lockdown. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys so this video has potential possible spoilers. I'm going to tell you guys what is discussed with their, plot outline, okay? And then I might have discovered something that actually debunks this rumor. But I'm not going to talk about that until I talk about the plot rumor first, so stick around for that. So, to get into the plot rumor, it starts off with Optimus Prime in space finding a dead Cybertron. And then he ends up finding out that he is responsible for Cybertron being the way it is. Okay, so he ends up finding a way to restore it. And how does he restore it? Well, he has to use this artifact. And where is that artifact? Well, of course, it's in Earth. So this is where it gets a little kind of odd. So this artifact supposedly ties into Merlin. Now, Merlin is from the King Arthur lore, and he is known as like a magician or wizard type guy who has magical powers. And supposedly he gets these powers in this universe from a Transformer. Transformer gives him magical powers. That seems a little odd. And then there's also the potential that maybe Anthony Hopkins could be the Merlin character. I could see it as a possibility. But so let's continue with some other tidbits that we have here. Bumblebee would be the leader of the Autobots in Optimus Prime's absence while he's out in space. All of the Transformers 4 Autobots would be returning to Transformers 5. So Crosshairs, Hound, Drift, all of them. And then there would be the Dinobots returning as well as with mini Dinobots, is what is quoted as them saying. Now, mini Dinobots could possibly mean what concept art that we saw with Transformers 4 with the Velociraptors. That's a possibility of mini Dinobots, maybe. They would maybe take that concept and put it into Transformers 5. It's been done before with other movies. The concept is drawn up from an earlier sequel and then maybe not used until a later sequel. It's a possibility. Also, the Autobots would be stationed at a base in South Dakota. Okay, and there would also be 3 new Transformers, and those Transformers would be Cogman, who would be an Aston Martin and an English-speaking Transformer, and then we would have Squeaks, who is a Vespa, so a little scooter, and then the Creators. Okay, and then also Megatron would be a fighter jet. So that is a lot of information that we're getting. So it's like, how could they possibly get all of this plot information? And what is with this magic stuff? That seems a little odd. That there's magic and Merlin and King Arthur. It's like, what does that have to do with a Transformers movie? I mean, this is called The Last Knight. And then you have, the sword in the stone, thing going on with King Arthur, that legend, and then it's like you're kind of going away from history here and kind of talking about legends. So, I did a little bit of research, and this is where the debunking comes along. And with this research, I discovered something very interesting with one of the names of the supposed Transformers. And Cogman, or it might be Cogman, I googled that and discovered something. That a man with that as his last name, his first name Brian Cogman, he is actually the screenwriter, okay, for the upcoming live-action reboot of The Sword in the Stone. So, that makes me think that this whole plot deal, given to us by, the website JoBlo, is a little fishy. Potentially it could be true. Potentially, this could be a code name, and that's the reason they chose that code name. But I do feel it's a bit odd that those tie together so neatly. I feel like it's a possibility that someone made up this fake story that does make sense in a way, and even though it's a little unbelievable, it is still believable at the same time that it, maybe it could happen. I just feel like it pieces together a little bit too much. Like, it's a very high possibility that someone takes this obscure name from, something that's referenced to do with the, knights and stuff like that, and it's pretty simple to put that together. Now, personally at this moment, I think that kind of puts the rumor to rest, at least slightly. Now, like I said, it could possibly still be something. Maybe even some of it's correct, while some of it's not. Maybe, like, some of the other smaller plot details, like, returning Autobots, Megatron as a jet, stuff like that. Maybe that could be true. Maybe the Cybertron stuff, but maybe not the magical and King Arthur aspect to it. So I could see that as something, but we really don't know at this point. But when I found that out, I kind of was like, that's a little odd that matches up. So, what do you guys think? Do you agree with maybe my little theory there with what I found out about the Sword in the Stone live-action movie? Or do you feel like this is actually legit, the legit plot for Transformers The Last Knight? Let me know in the comments section below with your opinion on that, and make sure to like me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And until next time, I am Marlin from Net95. See you guys.